thought Jackson Montgomery was a bore.
Oh, shut up.
Look, Ted, I'm not discounting what you're saying, but Kit was very persuasive.
Of course she was persuasive. She's a con artist. She's a grifter.
And there are several other people, and you know who you are, behind the scenes to whom I will be eternally grateful. I'm just glad this is over, believe me. And one thing that I will always remember is how blessed I felt when, one by one, you showed me your love and
Lady, a drink?
your faith and your belief. And I thank you.
Darling,
thanks to our wonderful...
I would love a glass of water.
Are you all right?
All the time in the
I'm
world.
going to sit down for a minute.
Fine.
Okay?
Fine.
Let's have at it.
Sure you're okay?
I'm fine, I'm fine. Oh, thanks, love.
I can't detect any irregularities.
Good.
But what you're describing sounds like a mild arrhythmia. So what I suggest is tomorrow morning you go to the hospital first thing and you have your regular doctor run some tests. They need to examine your heart under varying conditions. You'll get a sense of what's happening.
Thanks, Doctor.
I know. Look, we've got to get back home to the kids. Why don't we drop you off at the hospital on our way?
Yeah.
Right, I'll go with you. Make sure you get settled in.
Tomorrow will do.
No.
No, it won't. Listen, you need to get used to this. We love you, and we want to take care of you.
All right. To keep you quiet, I'll go. Okay?
Thank you.
It's a good idea, Mrs. Fargate. I'll call ahead, make sure they expect you.
Thank you, Doctor.
Sure. I'll call you tomorrow, see how you do.
Hey, Doc.
Come next June. Previously on All My Children.
Harold here is like family to us. He saved my son's life. He's a doggone hero. So when it comes to expense, there is none.
I think you...
Come on, Harold. Okay, boy.
Hey, Harold.
Good to see you again.
Oh, nice to see you, too.
No more needles, right?
She promised Harold if he behaved, he wouldn't need a shot.
I hate shots.
So do I.
Come on.
Oh, guess what? Harold sniffed the drug biscuits in the waiting room. I think he wants one.
Well, that's a good sign, increasing appetite. All that blood work you did anything come of it?
Tim, you want to put Harold up on the table?
Sure. Come here, boy. Thanks. There you go.
Harold's weight count is elevated. And, now that I've got him up here, I can feel some swelling in the lymph nodes.
What exactly does that mean?
That's hard to say. Could be nothing more than an infection.
An infection? I get ear and throat infections practically every week. Well, you can give Harold some antibiotics, then he'll be back to normal. So where can we get the prescription? Me and Harold want to get out of here. There's a girl going down the block, and I promised Harold we could go for a walk.
Raquel's still my wife.
Amanda, why don't you see if Harold would like one of those dog biscuits he seems so interested in?
Oh, boy, hear that, Harold? A treat.
Wait for your mom and me in the waiting room, would you? We have some boring details to discuss.
Sure. Come on, boy.
I got you. Come. I think I'll hang out here. Is that all right?
I'd like you to watch Amanda in the waiting room, if you don't mind.
She's going to be outside.
I know. Please, I won't be long.
All right.
Thank you. Well, it must be one heck of a diagnosis.
Well, honestly, Mrs. Dillon, I'm not certain yet.
But some well-prescribed antibiotics, they're not going to cut it, are they?
I'd like to do a series of x-rays and see what the cause of Harold's elevated white cells are and the swollen glands.
Well, what do you think could be wrong?
Let's take it one step at a time.
Yeah, but one step leads to someplace. All these x-rays and tests, I mean, what kind of possible results might you get?
I really don't want to speculate.
Worst case scenario, I've got to know.
Well, as I said, Harold could have a simple infection, but it could be something much more serious.
Like what? What more serious?
It could be cancer. Let's wait for the x-rays, okay? And then we'll talk about it. Amanda, Tim, you want to bring Harold in?
I'm gonna look at the doggy treat. I guess Harold's just not in a snacking mood.
Well, maybe Harold knew he was in for some more tests.
A shot?
Oh, no. I'll do an x-ray. Let me take a look at his doggy insides.
Will it hurt?
Nah, not a bit.
You be good, Harold. And this one's from Tim. And from Daddy. If Harold doesn't get his kisses, he's not a happy puppy.
You okay now, Harold?
Yep, he's okay. You can take him. What's the matter, Mommy? Harold's just going for an x-ray and it won't hurt.
I know, baby.
That's not why she's upset.
Is there something the matter with Harold? Something you're not telling us?
I don't know, sweetheart. Just gonna have to wait and see.
He's okay, though, isn't he?
Why don't you take Amanda down the street and get some ice cream?
I don't want to leave Harold.
Honey, he'll be here when you get back.
At 10? We don't need this much.
Get whatever you want. Have a good time.
All right. Root beer float?
Why not? Mom, make sure Harold's okay, and don't forget the antibiotics.
I won't forget. So, how'd he do? Tell me he passed the test with flying colors, and I'll double your fee. Triple it. Hey, I'll put on a cruise to Bermuda. Anything.
I'm sorry, Mrs. Dillon. Harold's liver's enlarged. And there's a problem with his lungs. They should look clear, but they're not. They're grainy.
Is it the cancer?
I'm not a specialist, but most likely, yes, it is.
Tell me, what can we do for Harold?
I recommend you take him to an oncologist at the university. They can make an accurate diagnosis, and they can tell you precisely what cancer Harold has, and they may start treating it with chemotherapy.
Chemo for dogs?
It's an option, and it's expensive. But there's no guarantee it'll help Harold. I just don't know what else to tell you at this point.
I have to talk to my husband. Trevor's coming back to town tonight, so we'll get a chance to discuss it, and I'll call you first thing in the morning.
The sooner we move on this, the better our chances of helping Harold.
Tell me something. Is he in any pain?
I don't think so. I'm sorry. I wish I had better news.
Hey, boy. Hey, sweetheart. How you doing, huh? We sure had a rough beginning, didn't we? Couldn't stand the sight of each other. He'd growl at me every time I came over to try to get a glimpse of Amanda. A regular Cujo you were, all rough and tough. Look at us now. A couple of old softies. Part of a happy family. And you're at the heart of it. Oh, Harold.
You must have...
Will Allie use David to get what she wants? Find out what's ahead tomorrow.
What time's Daddy coming home tonight?
Well, it all depends if his plane's on time.
I can't wait to see him. I've missed him.
Me too. Want some more lemonade?
I do.
Okay.
Uh-oh, now you're in for it. You know feeding Harold from the table only teaches him to beg?
Sorry.
It's okay. We'll make an exception this time. Here, boy. Here you go.
Mama, you never did that before.
Well, I'm just trying to get Harold to eat. How about some ice cream for you two?
Maybe later. I'm kind of full.
Hey, you want to play my new pinball game?
On my computer?
Yeah.
But you said I'd be boiled in oil.
Forget about it. Knock yourself out.
Well, that was awfully nice of you. You never let Amanda anywhere near your computer.
You never lied to me either.
I haven't lied.
You've been acting weird since we left the vet this afternoon.
I haven't. Have I?
Well, yeah, I mean, come on. First, you send me and Amanda off to go get ice cream while the vet had to talk to you, and then you're feeding Harold scraps from the table. I mean, that's a big no-no around here.
Just wanted to do something nice for him, to give him a special treat.
Why? What did the vet say? Come on, Janet. He's my dog, too. I have a right to know.
Okay, but you have to promise not to tell Amanda. Not till we know for sure.
Okay. But it's bad, isn't it?
It could be. Very bad.
Janet, come on. What did the vet say about Harold? It wasn't an infection, was it? Okay, fine. Don't tell me. I'll just call the vet myself, then they'll tell me what.
Okay, I'll tell you. He said that Harold's liver was enlarged, and that the x-rays they took of his lungs turned out to be grainy.
Okay, well, what does that mean?
They're not sure. It could simply mean that Harold's getting old. Or it could mean he has cancer.
Cancer? Is it treatable?
I guess it all depends on if it's metastasized.
What?
If the cancer's spread throughout Harold's body. Dr. Moran suggested that we take him to a cancer specialist and have a biopsy. I understand you're upset. I know I am.
Well, there's got to be something we can do for him, right? I mean, they can help cancer in humans.
Well, apparently chemotherapy might be an option.
Well, then let's do it.
It's going to be very expensive.
Money's not an issue.
I agree with you. It's just that in the end, it might not even help Harold at all. But I'm going to talk to Trevor about it as soon as he gets home from his trip.
I'm sure Dad's going to do whatever it takes to save him. The sooner the better, right, buddy boy? I love you. I'm not going to let anything happen, okay? You all right?
Come on in. Haley, are you okay? You seem a little frazzled.
No, actually, I need some advice about getting a divorce.
You and Mateo?
No, Mateo and his first wife. Mama, come forward. I need some advice about getting a divorce.
You and Mateo?
Mateo and his first wife.
I knew you'd come.
How long ago was this?
Years ago. They were kids. They didn't know what they were doing.
Well, it certainly sounds like Raquel knows what she's doing now.
Yeah, well, she's got to get over herself, because I'm not going to lie down and play dead, not by a long shot.
Good for you. I'm so sorry that all this is coming at you.
Don't. It's okay. Don't worry about me. And don't let me keep you from doing whatever it is you have to do. I can wait for Uncle Trevor. I'm fine.
Well, I did kind of tell Amanda I'd go over her spelling list with her before lights out.
Go. I'm fine here, really. It's okay.
Okay. I promise Trevor's going to be home any minute.
Okay. Thanks.
Sure.
Hey.
You have no idea how good it is to see you.
What? How's it going?
Fine. How was your trip to, where were you?
Yeah, where's Janet? What, are you babysitting the kids?
No, she's upstairs.
Yeah.
How would you like to sit down?
No, I've been sitting down for the last 5 hours. What? What needs fixing?
Nothing. Actually, I need something broken into a million pieces.
What are you talking about?
I need a divorce.
Oh, no,
Mateo
no. Tank, you and Mateo, you can fix anything.
No.
You can work anything
No, no.
you want.
No. Mateo and Raquel, his first wife. No, he's over there right now trying to talk some sense into her, but she really doesn't strike me as the sensible type.
And Mateo never said nothing. Never. Ever.
Imagine my surprise.
And how does he justify this now?
Uncle Trevor, look, don't get hysterical. There was never really a good time to tell me, you know? And besides, he honestly thought that the marriage was annulled. He did. It was more than just kid stuff. It was ancient history. He did.
What's your take on it?
I took it like a lady. You know,
Uh-huh.
I pitched a fit, and I yelled and screamed at him, and then I got in her face.
And?
And then I came back down to earth, you know, because we want to be together. That's all that matters, is that we want to be together. And after my physical condition improves, we want to start a family someday. So we've got to clear up this new mess fast.
No, it's an old mess. I'm Mr. Clean. I'm on the job now. What we got here, we got a Mexican teenage marriage that never should have happened, and a Texas annulment that should have happened. I love a challenge.
Thank you, Uncle Porkchop. I knew I could count on you.
Yeah, well, don't say that until this... What's her name? Raquel is out of town?
There is a fast and easy way out of this.
Well, that's why we do research. Now, let me just grab a sandwich and grab a kiss from my wife, and then hook up the computer, and we'll get rocking on this, okay? I just need you to do a little research for me. I'm looking for a case called Garcia versus Da Costa, okay? Should be between 62 and 65, somewhere in these books, okay?
Okay. Will do.
Erica needs me now more than ever.
Oh, Erica, maybe what Jack needs is some space.
Dimitri, I know what Jack needs.
Is that why you were crying on my shoulder a few minutes ago?
Look, I really don't want to discuss that with you, okay?
Erica, given our tumultuous past and our newfound friendship, I don't think there's anything that we can't discuss.
All right. All right, look, I told Jack and Mike that I would choose one of them once and for all, and that's why I went away. That's why I went to Paris.
Paris? Well, that's one of your favorite places.
Yes. And, Dimitri, I felt long and hard. I did a lot of soul searching. I really agonized over this. But finally, I was able to choose. And when I told Jack, I mean, all hell broke loose. I will never understand men if I live to be older than Methuselah.
Well, then everybody's even because men will never understand you. Just kidding. So I take it you chose Mike?
No, I chose Jack.
Then what's the problem?
Your guess is as good as mine. I mean, I said goodbye to Mike. I chose Jack. And instead of Jack just sweeping me up in his arms the way I envisioned he would, he became enraged.
Why do I get the feeling that there's something missing here?
Okay. The way I said goodbye to Mike was more than a handshake, or a kiss.
Erica, you didn't.
A date.
Erica, why? It's not like Mike was heading off to war.
I can't believe you're saying that to me. You, of all people. I mean, you slept with your own brother's wife while you were still married.
Hey, we were separated. There were mitigating circumstances.
Jack and I were separated, too, and that's why I had to choose in the first place. And I chose to say goodbye to Mike in a manner befitting our extraordinary relationship. Actually, it was quite poignant.
Well, I'm sure it was a lot of things.
I mean, he was a man who I loved most of my life, and who will always love me. And yet, I chose another. I mean, Dimitri, I couldn't just shake his hand and say, bye, see you around. I couldn't, Dimitri. I had to say goodbye to him. We had a very passionate love. I had to say goodbye to him in a way that was much more caring and much more sensitive.
Yeah, of course. So, if you and Mike were so embedded, excuse the pun, in your hearts, why didn't you just choose Mike?
Because I realized that I love Jack even more. I think that Jack is really better for me. I mean, I don't want to keep making the same mistake over and over again, Dimitri, getting married and divorced and married and divorced. And I think that Jack will offer me much more stability and a certain kind of tranquility. And those are things that I've always dreamed of in a marriage.
Yeah, tranquility, stability. No wonder we didn't make it.
Shut up.
Oh, Erica, you are so comfortable in your own narcissism that... I've said it before, I'll say it again. You're an incredible woman. You're one of a kind.
Well, thank you. However, could we please focus here? We're talking about my problem.
Oh, I'm sorry. What would that be?
That is what now do I do about Jack? Dimitri, I've never seen him like this. You never were, and you never will be.
I still got some more research to pull up, but you get Mateo over here first thing in the morning. We'll get you kids out of this thing, okay?
We'll be here at the crack of dawn.
No, not we. Just you send Mateo over here. I don't need you. You look a little tired, a little green around the gills.
Thanks a lot. That's what happens to us fish out of water.
You want to talk about it, huh?
Scared.
Yeah.
You know, and angry and mad at the world. The usuals.
There's nothing usual about this thing.
Well, I don't understand, because just when I think I've got life all figured out, you know, whammo, enter mayhem.
You trying to offend me? You left this sitting on the kitchen counter. Nah. What's going on?
I think we found a way to get the ball rolling here. She's going to send Mateo over tomorrow. We'll start looking at procedures and all that jazz.
I still think I should be here.
No. I want you to get some rest. When's the last time you ate?
Eat what?
Ate. Here. Take this. Eat that on the way home,
on,
okay?
Here.
Oh, thanks. Thank you.
It's going to be all right.
That's what families are for.
I got the best. Thanks, you guys.
So we'll talk tomorrow, okay?
Some welcome home, huh?
Oy. Welcome to Dillon world. Hey, you.
Hey, yourself.
Why? What is it? Something wrong? Is it the kids?
It's not Tim or Amanda, no. It's Harold.
Harold, what? What's up? Is he worse?
He hurt again.
The vet suspects that the cancer is metastasized. He suggests we have a biopsy performed at the university by an oncologist to find out what kind of cancer it is.
Well, if it's already spread, what good is that going to do?
Because some cancers can still be treated by radiation or a combination of radiation and chemo. Or we may have to discuss other possibilities.
let's leave that conversation for later. Now tell me more about the biopsy. When can we do that?
It can be scheduled whenever you want.
Well, let's do it right away. I mean, it is a treatment, and the sooner you start the treatment, the better, right? Right?
Right.
Right. Can't believe I'm getting misty over a mutt.
He's like a member of the family. Why wouldn't you be upset?
How are Amanda and Tim taking it?
Amanda doesn't know the truth. Tim knows, but he's hanging tough.
Don't tell Amanda until we know more?
She's so optimistic, it breaks my heart.
Well, let's not rule him out yet. Hey, Harold. You miss me, huh? You're not checking out on us now, pal. You're a Dillon. You're gonna fight this all the way, right? Huh?
You're gonna have to accept...
God, how can I forget the moon and the stars? See them every single night.
John, wait a second.
You know what? I don't understand you. The one minute you claim to care about me, and the next minute you're correcting.
No, you're wrong. That's not what I was trying...
You see? You're doing it again. I'm always wrong. Well, if I'm such a mess, why don't you just leave me alone?
I'm gonna give him all the space he needs tonight.
Why don't you give him a few nights?
No, Dimitri, that I really can't do. I mean, after all, tomorrow is another day.
Well, Jackson, you won't believe what's coming at you again.
Sandwich would hurt, do you?
How about a little more oatmeal cream or a cookie? Glad the kids are asleep. We're breaking all the rules with Harold tonight.
Yeah. I won't tell if you don't tell. We're not gonna take this sitting down, pal. We're gonna fight it all the way. Hmm?
So how'd Trevor take it?
It's back. And no way am I changing my name back to Haley Vaughn after I just changed it to Haley Santos. Do you know what a pain that is?
Sorry.
Stay tuned on the next All My Children.
What if I did this? What if I did this to Harold?
Why? The worst nightmare come true.
Here are the x-rays and the blood tests you asked me to bring.
Good. Let's see what we've got.
Yeah, our vet, what's his name, honey? Dr. Moran, he's a nice guy and all, but, you know, all the screaming and hollering about Harold having cancer, that's a bunch of hooey.
Well, it's wise to get a second opinion, Mr. Dillon. The dogs can get cancer just like we can.
Yeah, but not Harold, huh?
Come here, Harold. Let's take a look at you.
Up on the table.
All right.
That's
Up we go.
That's good.
Okay, oh, easy.
Our other vet said that Harold's lymph glands were swollen.
Mm-hmm. All right. Oh, yes. Yes. Here they are. The lymph glands are definitely distended.
Yeah, I read about lymph glands in our animal book. They said the first thing is always infection.
I'm very sorry, Mr. Dillon. It's very possible your vet's diagnosis was correct.
Correct. You saying he has cancer? So get out of here. You feel his backside for 2 seconds and you see he's got the big C? I spend more time picking out my socks in the morning.
Trevor, please.
It's not cancer.
It's just a preliminary assessment. An ultrasound will give us a better picture.
Ultrasound? Like what I had when I was pregnant?
Mm-hmm. It'll give us a clear picture of what's going on with Harold's organs. You can wait here. This won't take very long.
No. I'll go with him. I'll hold him.
I'm sorry. Only the staff is allowed.
We understand.
All right, fine. We'll be here when you get back, boy.
Come on, it's gonna be okay.
I'll need the leash.
Huh?
The leash.
Oh. Yeah.
It's okay.
Come on, pal.
Come on here.
Okay.
All right. Easy. There we go. We'll be fine.
We'll be waiting for you, pal. Ridiculous.
What's ridiculous?
Forgot I had the leash in my hand.
Well, of course you did. You've been holding that leash for years.
I'm feeling like I just sent my own kid in there, that I want to go in there and hold him and make sure he's not afraid. How ridiculous is this? I'm getting all flipped out about it. I mean, Harold's not a person. He's just a...
He's just like a member of the family. Of course you're upset. It's killing me, too.
Like somebody just punched me in the gut.
I know just how you feel. Harold's a part of our lives. He's been through the good times and the bad times. He's like the glue that holds the Dillon family together.
Yeah, now that glue's falling apart. What am I gonna do? How am I gonna fix it?
The nail polish is green, stars are silver. It's totally cool. I'll bring some. Tomorrow after school, right? Okay, just make sure Vanessa can play. I gotta go, Emma. Tim just came down. Okay, bye.
So how's Emma? She still got that major league crush on me?
No way. I told her the truth about you.
Oh, yeah? What's that? How she should go for guys her own age? The ones that don't shave yet?
No, that you're totally gross. You snore, belch, and you chew with your mouth open.
Well, thanks a lot. I guess all the kids in the neighborhood think I'm a big geek then, right? So did you tell your friend Vanessa those same things, too?
Vanessa?
Oh, yeah, the girl you were just talking about on the phone, the new girl in the neighborhood.
Vanessa's not a girl, silly. She's a puppy. Oh, a big puppy. She's a Bernese mountain dog. Tim, you should see her. She's so beautiful. She's black and brown, and she has a white stripe going down her face, and she's really smart and gentle.
Sounds nice.
She's the best, and I'm sure Harold will like her. That's why we set up a play date. For me, Emma, Harold, and Vanessa.
You know what? I really don't think that a play date's such a hot idea. You know, Harold's really kind of feeling lousy.
Okay. Then I'll have Emma bring Vanessa here. When are Mom and Dad bringing Harold home?
I guess soon as he's done at the vet.
How long does it take to prescribe pills?
You know what? We have, like, the whole day off today because of that teacher's conference. You want to go rollerblading or something? I'll get my stuff right now.
No, thanks. I have a project to finish. It's a surprise for Harold. I'm painting the outside of his food dish.
I think it's fine the way it is.
No, Tim. It's old and boring. Nobody will have an appetite from the same old stuff out of the same old dish every night.
How could this happen? I mean, it's not like I go blow secondhand smoke down his throat. I don't feed him any junk food. I don't feed him beer and potato chips the way Larry feeds his dog. I mean, we feed him those gourmet doggy dinners. And they cost a fortune. There's no preservatives. There's no food coloring. No pesticides on our lawn. Just for the pets and the kids.
Hey, Harold! Guess what? It's chow time. And I've got your favorite thing. Top sirloin. There's only one little problem. I think it needs a little seasoning, but I've got just the right thing. You see, Dr. Jaffe prescribed these tranquilizers for me. She said to take them whenever I needed them. Well, I think the time has come, Harold. So, you ready for a little doggy downer? A little tranquilizer tartar? Get ready for the most relaxing meal you've ever had. Sweet dreams, you mangy mutt.
Hey, Harold, good boy. How'd it go, huh? Huh? Good boy.
Well, I'm sorry to have to tell you this. The ultrasound indicated cancer.
Well, what about chemo? Our veterinarian said that that was a possibility.
Yes, it is. And it can be extremely effective with certain types of cancer.
Well, how effective are we talking here?
Well, 70, possibly 80% chance of remission if it's a responsive cancer, like lymphoma.
Well, Harold can handle those odds. He's a fighter.
Well, if Harold has lymphoma, there's no way to tell unless we do a biopsy.
Well, we got to go for it.
Yeah, we'll do whatever it takes. Anything to help Harold.
I have to be honest with you. I've worked with cancer cases my whole life, and my gut feeling is that this may not be lymphoma, but a more deadly form that may not respond to chemo.
What if I did this? What if I did this to Harold?
I didn't come here.
All My Children will be back in a moment here on ABC.
I did something awful to Harold. I gave him these tranquilizers and arranged to have him abandoned thousands of miles from home.
Honey, that was years ago.
I mean, he had to endure so much to get back to you. God knows how he survived it, where he ate or where he slept. Maybe that triggered the cancer.
No, it didn't. Don't be so hard on yourself.
How do you know? Could that have done it?
How long ago did this happen?
About 4 years ago, I guess.
And has Harold been very sick since then?
No, he's been in the pink up until what, 8 weeks ago, maybe?
Well, then I doubt there's any correlation.
See, honey? You didn't do anything, okay?
Are you sure?
Very.
Yeah, Harold knows that you love him, don't you, boy? No, Doc, you mentioned something about a biopsy. Now, when can we move on that?
Mr. Dillon, I have to warn you, the procedure itself is not without risk, and there's every possibility that all it will do is confirm the worst.
Well, I don't see that we have a choice.
Well, you can take Harold home and make him comfortable. He'll have his good days and his bad days. And then, in time, I don't know how much time, the bad days will outnumber the good days. And eventually, there'll only be bad days. At that time, you need to go to your vet. And he'll put Harold down. So where else might we...
Gotten yourself killed. I'm the amateur, right? The amateur that succeeded where you failed.
No, you got lucky is what you got.
No, you screwed up is what happened.
Hey, you two, you're fighting like a couple of kids.
No. We're not taking Harold home to die. You're going to do your biopsy thing. You're going to find out what kind of cancer he has and give him the appropriate chemo.
I'll schedule the biopsy immediately.
Yeah. The vet, Harold, the vet, he really likes you. Now, you got to do us a favor here. You got to be strong for your biopsy, okay, pal?
I promise you it won't take very long. We'll get you started on whatever super-duper medicine's gonna kick this thing out.
You go in there with your dukes up and your paws punching, and you come back to us, okay, boy?
Yeah. What are we gonna tell Amanda? The truth? Or try to save her from the pain?
We're home.
Where's Harold? I got a surprise for him. Come here, boy. Did you leave him in the car?
No, Harold didn't come home with us, sweetheart. He stayed at the vet to get a special test.
Then will he be better?
Well, we'll know better when we get the results of the tests.
Why do you need a special test? It's just an infection.
Sweetheart, come on, sit down. Come on, Tim. What Harold has got isn't just an infection. It's a lot more serious.
Serious? You mean like a broken leg?
No, serious like in cancer.
Dogs don't get cancer.
Yes, it turns out they do.
How long will it take to fix them?
Well, they don't exactly know, sweetheart. According to the doctors, there's some cancers they cure, and there's some cancers they don't, and they might think this one is a don't. Do you understand what I'm saying?
The vet'll make him better. I know it will. I gotta go finish Harold's bowl, so it'll be ready for him.
Amanda, wait.
Let her paint the damn bowl.
She doesn't get it, does she?
I think she gets it better than all of us, Tim.
Dad, come on. She's waiting for Harold to come home and be a puppy again. That's denial.
No, it's hope. It's hope, big time. Maybe we should all have that. Maybe Harold will luck out on this one. Shouldn't prepare for the worst until it happens.
Wait a minute.
Everything as we speak. Hope, hope.
Hey, Trev. How you doing?
Why don't you park on the table?
Okay. So, you have an escape hatch?
We're going to go for a no-fault divorce.
Meaning?
There's an irretrievable breakdown in the marriage.
Okay, yeah, I believe there is, but she won't go along with that.
Well, it doesn't matter. The filing party, that's you, is entitled to a divorce, even if the non-filing party objects.
She doesn't have to agree
We don't
to it,
have
then.
to get her signature on everything. As long as you guys have been separated for the past 24 months, and you have been separated for the past 24 months.
Way longer than that, yeah.
So unless you two have spent a night under the same roof in the past 24 months, we're home free. We got it made in the shade.
What does that mean exactly, the thing about the roof?
What do you think it means exactly?
Well, because her first night in town, Haley and I invited her to stay at Wildwind.
Why the hell would you do that?
Well, it was late. It wasn't like I spent the night in her bed with... I mean, come on. We weren't even under the same wing.
Yeah, but all the wings are under the same roof, right?
Yeah.
Then we got a problem, a big problem.
Trevor, it was simple hospitality. There's nothing wrong with that.
You asked your first wife to spend the night in the same house with your present wife. You don't see a problem in that?
It was her first night in town. She didn't know anybody, so, yeah.
That's why God invented motels, for crying out loud. Okay, I know nothing happened. And you know nothing happened, but this Raquel could see that sleep over